Okay, so welcome to this like kind of final session I am having before the starting of new classes. Final session in this means like of all these special sessions we had like relationships in history plus remedies, and then now we are talking about fate versus free will. This remains like an age-old topic, maybe from the start of humanity. We are discussing this topic whether it is like all fated or whether it is all free will, whether we are going through a predestined life, and everything is already destined and you are just playing your role. Okay, or it is just that like you are making your destiny every day. So there always remains a group of people who say that everything is free will, and there always remains few people who say that everything is fated. There are people who give percentage also, like okay, this much percent is free will, this much percent is fate, and discussion continues, and we never reach a conclusion. Okay, so I know that even after today's session, there will be confusion. There will be like uh, this discussions to continue. But I will try to explain my point of view on this. Okay. So understand that largely there are two type of people in this world. Okay, introvert and extrovert. Okay. Introvert who are going within themselves and trying to find the God within themselves, and extrovert who are going outside themselves and trying to find the God outside themselves. Okay. In astrological sense, we can, if we want to align them with planets, there are only two type of planet people: moon type of people or Mercury type of people. Moon is receptive, introvert. Moon just receives the energy. Okay. So they are introvert people. Okay. Well, where Moon is becomes prominent in the chart, if I say so, then it is like more receptive person, more like an introvert person. And Mercury's basic representation is communication, expressing yourself outside. Okay. Mercury is more like this Mercury is more like this expressive extrovert like person. So moon related person or Mercury related person. We can also say feminine or masculine. Same thing, like what I'm trying to say is the same thing. I have the words are different. Okay. So either you call it extrovert, introvert, okay, moon type of person, Mercury type of person, or sorry, here it will be introvert, or like feminine, masculine. It is the same thing expressed in different ways. Okay. Concept of fate and concept of free will, they are only two ways to reach up to the God. Okay. They should be utilized as two paths by which you can reach up to God. If you are an introvert person, moon type of person, and feminine person, then fate is your path, destiny is your path. If you are extrovert person, masculine person, and Mercury type of person, then free will is your path. Okay. So rather than getting into this discussion whether everything is fated or everything is free will, we should find out whether we are introvert or extrovert. We are moon type or Mercury type. We are masculine people. We are feminine people. As we discussed many times during classes, Not necessary that every male will be a masculine male gender person will be a masculine person, or every female gender person will be a like feminine person. A guy can be more feminine, a girl can be more like masculine. So that is and that is also included here. So like in matter, just to give you an example how they operate. Buddha and Mahavira, okay, they are like more about free will kind of person. They are about going out and attaining the God. That's why they leave their kingdom. They go all out in the search of a divine, okay, and try to find the divine. That is very much free will. I can attain the God. If I meditate 6 hours a day, I will attain to the God. This is what it from where these words are coming. These words are coming from free will. Okay, if I meditate 8 hours a day, I will attain to the divine. Okay, so they think that they can attain the divine through efforts, free will. Okay, then Mira, Jesus, Socrates, they are more about fate, destiny. Whatever is there, they are just receptive towards it. Even if you give a bowl of poison to Mira, she will drink it. She has no problem. Even this is coming from Krishna. Even if you hang Jesus, he will say, God, forgive them because they don't know what they are doing. Okay. This is also like complete receptiveness. Even if I am hanged on the cross, this is also God's will. Okay. This is destiny. And Socrates, when there is a delay of 5 minutes in like bringing poison to for him, he goes by himself and asks that, okay, where is poison? Why there is so much delay in fulfilling the God's wish? So this is like more a fate kind of person. Okay, so we may say, okay, fine, these are just the stories. We don't know if these things really happened or not. Okay, we don't know if Jesus was really crucified or Socrates really said that or Mira really like drank the poison like poison bowl and all. We don't know. There is no proof. We are so much about proof and certificates nowadays. So there are proofs right now. Similar people are available right now. There are recordings on YouTube where Osho was like attacked twice during his discourses, preachings. Okay, attack means knives were thrown, and he only like he didn't move an inch from his place, and he continued in his preaching and said that okay, nothing has happened. Okay, and he continued talking, preaching. Okay, there was one incident where like woman came up to the podium, up to the like place where he was sitting, and slapped him once. Okay, at one tight slap, and he replied anything more, and she again slapped him. Second slap, he said anything more, and then she like bowed down to him. So this is like the person of destiny. Okay, whatever comes, he accepts it. Okay, so as I was saying that rather than thinking whether there is a free will or there is a fate, think whether you are a person of fate or free will. How to know it? Mercury is logic. Okay, if you have logics, if you have criterias in life, okay, if you have criteria that this thing should happen, this thing should not happen, okay, then you are a person of free will. And 99.99% people among us, among the whole humanity, fall into this criteria. We all have criteria. A person who is really of fate and destiny will neither sit in this session, okay, because whatever happens for him is fated, okay, and will never contact any astrologer because he is receptive towards everything. Like I always narrate this story of Sufi mystic Bayajit, where when he didn't get the alms for 3 days, and his disciples asked that what is it, why we are not, like staying hungry and why we are sleeping hungry, and he responded that God is giving the opportunity to observe the fast. For him, even remaining hungry is an opportunity to fast. Okay. So a person of faith will be so surrendered. Whatever happens, even if his murder happens, he will not have any complaint. Okay. That's why I'm saying 99.99% of us are in the free will. We have criteria for life. We have this thing in our mind that this thing should happen, this thing should not happen, this is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong. Okay, as long as you have criteria, understand you are a person of free will. Okay, and exhaust that free will completely, go totally all out with it. Okay, then don't try to be a person of fate. Okay, and if you reach up to this level one day that you can surrender everything to the divine, then there is no question. You are not going to sit in such sessions. You are not going to go to any astrologer or anyone to talk about your destiny. Okay, whatever happens, then that is like destiny. So this is the main thing. First of all, we need to understand these are two ways to reach the divine. Either you can reach through free will. Assert yourself just like Buddha and Mahavira asserted. They went all out to attain God. They did whatever was humanly possible. 6 years of continuous meditation, or 12 years of continuous meditation with Mahavira, and they reached there, the divine position. Mira, Jesus, and Socrates type of people, they surrendered there only. Okay, who is to go to like this level of arduous journey? Let me surrender here only. Both are doing the same thing. Okay, Buddha and Mahavira are also doing the same thing, and Mira and Jesus, they are also doing the same thing. They both are killing their ego. They are killing their ego by going through a journey, long drawn journey. And Mira, Jesus, and Socrates kind of people are killing their ego there only, on the first step itself. Okay, it looks like it is easy, but it is the most difficult thing to do. Surrender. Okay, surrender to anyone is like the biggest challenge, biggest dare to perform. Okay, to completely surrender yourself. So they are actually like more like strong people rather than people who go through a long journey. Okay, but they all reach same position in the end. So basically, these are the two ways of reaching the same divine. Either you reach through free will or you reach through destiny. Okay, in the destiny you need to surrender everything, and in the destiny you need to surrender your ego, and in the path of free will you need to exhaust the ego. In the end, on both paths ego gets killed. Okay, first, now the main thing which people generally talk, whether the experience we are going through in life, okay, it is already destined somewhere. Okay, it is already written somewhere that you are going to have this experience, or it is our doing. Okay, there are few ways of looking at it. Okay, first way is of level. where you are standing. Okay. Again, most of us are standing at a lower, very lower level. Where like a best example I can bring is Arjun and Krishna. We are at Arjun's level, where we have lots of criterias, whether to fight the war, not to fight the war, whether to kill my own people or not my own people. Okay, this is like our mind is functioning. Okay, but the biggest mistake which is happening right now, that we are at Arjun's level, but we have learned how to talk at Krishna's level. We all are saying that soul is immortal. Okay, we have no idea about soul, but we are still saying soul is immortal. That is the biggest problem which has happened. And when we are at Arjun's level, we should talk at Arjun's level. So at Arjun's level, everything is free will. He thinks that he can decide whether to fight the war, whether not to fight the war. But at Krishna's level, everything is destined. Krishna can see that this war is going to take, and all these people will be killed in the war. So even if Arjun doesn't fight the war, he is not the only warrior. There are many other warriors. Example which I previously gave in the class is just like this. Understand, someone is standing on the ground floor, and a person who is standing on the top of the top floor, roof of the top floor in a 10-story building. Person on the ground floor has very restrictive vision. He can just look five meters here, 5 meters there. Okay, and he doesn't see any bus coming nearby. But a person who is at top floor, he can see maybe 2 kilometers this side, 2 kilometers this side, 2 miles this side, 2 miles this side, and he can see that a bus is coming. For person who is standing on top floor, bus is destiny. But for a person sitting on the ground floor, he has no idea about the destiny. He thinks that he needs to wait, which is part of free will, then the bus will come. Okay. So it is the same thing which is set from at a different level. Okay. For where you are, what is your level, that is important. That is why I said find out whether you are a person of fate or free will. Okay, so as I always say, everything is destined. Let's accept it that everything is destined. Whatever is happening, even this call or session we are having, everything is destined. Still, we don't know what it is that is destined. If you pay attention to this word destiny, it is the root word of the word destination. From destiny came destination. You can come to know about your destination only when you reach there. You cannot come to know about your destination in the hindsight. Likewise, everything can be predestined, but we don't know what it is that is predestined. What it is, the exact event. Okay, we are going through this session, we don't even know whether we will be able to complete this session today or not. Anything can happen. Internet may go off, you people may log out, I may log out, anything can happen. Okay, so this is the thing that okay, for one moment everything is predestined, but we don't know what it is that is predestined. Okay, like in consultations or in earlier classes when I started classes, there was this question coming back again and again. What if a person is supposed to meet with an accident, and by astrological consultation he avoided that accident? Is it not that he is incurring further karma? Okay, this is one of the logic, very popular logic. Now I ask the person how it is that person is only destined to meet with an accident, why it is not that he is destined to avoid the accident. It can also be the case that he may be destined to avoid the accident by getting the proper counseling in the right time. Why it is that destiny is always about the negative thing, that we are supposed to suffer only through the destiny. Okay. Anyway, so this is the main thing, that destiny is like destination, and we know about the destination only after reaching there. In hindsight, we cannot know. Right now, astrologers can make videos on the charts of Jim Carrey and Amitabh Bachchan and Sachin Tendulkar, and say that they were destined for like a celebrity status and all. But in 1960s, no one was giving a job of announcer to Amitabh Bachchan. At that time, no one was studying. So that is the main thing, that this is destiny kind of thing. You can come to know only after you reach your destination, not before that. Okay. So this is also something we need to remember. Then, if we still want to like make this distinction, understand first step is always the free will. Okay. In any event in life, okay, first step, when the things start happening in life regarding any event, like in your education, job, relationship, anything, health, okay, first step, when I start taking food which is not good for my health, or when I start drinking something or taking drugs which is not good for my health, first step is free will. Okay. And when I start giving energy, attention, and I start involving myself into that activity again and again, then it becomes the destiny. Then after some time, after some months or years, I cannot go back all of a sudden. I cannot say that, okay, I want to like turn around, take a U-turn now. All of a sudden, it cannot happen. I have to suffer the consequences of whatever I have already done. Arjun standing on a battlefield now suddenly wants this war not to happen, but he is not realizing that everyone in the battlefield had a contribution in that war. Everyone who is standing in this battlefield made some contribution. That's why these armies are standing in front of each other. Even Yudhishthir had his own contribution, Bhim has his own contribution, Karn has his own contribution. Obviously, Duryodhan and Shakuni has their contribution. So now you cannot go back all of a sudden after creating the whole mess that, okay, fine, I want to go back now. Now you have to go through it. Okay. So the free will part is like in the beginning. Okay. Where you decide whether to involve yourself into this activity or not. Okay, this part. But once you involve yourself, then the fate is ready. One fate is ready for you. Okay, one destiny is always ready for you. Suppose I am going into this road, and there is a crossroad, and three paths are there. Okay, three paths are there in front of me. I can go straight also, take right, take left. Wherever I take the path, the direction, there is a destination ready for me. I was working in like corporates. If I had continued with the job, I would have become manager, senior manager there, and people would have said that, oh, it was destiny for you to become a manager, senior manager there. Now I have resigned after 10 years. I am in this profession. Now people are saying you are destined to become an astrologer. So again, it is the same thing that destiny you can come to know only after reaching the destination, not before it, not in the hindsight. Okay. And free will is only in the initial point where you take the decision to do something or not to do something. After that, once we start giving energy and attention, then it is like fate. We are inviting the fate, or we are going towards the fate. Whether it is good fate, bad fate, that will be seen. Okay. Then this Osho also narrates it like this, that and Osho gives this example nicely, that if a child is there and he is going with his father, holding the hand of his father. Understand, hand of his father is like consciousness. Okay. So he Osho says that if a child is going on a road and holding the hand of his father, if the child falls down while holding the hand of father, then it is father's mistake. Okay. But if child leaves the hand, runs away, and then falls down, then it is his mistake. Then it is free will. Okay. So, as long as you are consciously moving in your life and anything happens in this difficult transit, which we are all talking about daily in the groups, okay, that we are going through this difficult transit in the like a Mars difficult transit and Scorpio sign heavily involved. If I take all precautionary measures from my side while traveling, driving, and all, and I it happens that someone comes from the behind with his vehicle and hits me, then it is destiny. I cannot do anything about it. Okay. But if I am negligent, I am not using helmet, I am not using seat belt, my vehicle has poor brakes, and I am driving carelessly, then it is my mistake. Then it is part of uh, my contribution is there. Okay. So this is the thing, that as long as we are doing everything consciously and still something negative happens, then accept it is free will. It is destiny. But as long as you can do something consciously and you are not doing it, then it is result of your mistakes, your own mistakes. That is what Arjun is explained by Krishna. Even after making all these adjustments with Duryodhan, still if you are standing on this battlefield, then accept that even this battle is part of the destiny. Okay. Then, right, this is the thing. The biggest difficulty with the concept of destiny is what I have found is that it can make someone very this lethargic mode, procrastinating mode. And obviously, people become procrastinating where they anyways never wanted to put any effort. Like in one of the session, Osho was asked a question. You say that everything is destined, Osho saying in his preaching. So someone asked that you say that everything is destined, then enlightenment should also be destined. Okay, means it has to be like God's wish. Who is to be enlightened in this life, who is not to be enlightened? Then why to make any effort? If I am supposed to become enlightened, if I am destined to become enlightened, I will become enlightened. Okay. Osho says that yes, this is right, but how many places, other places, you apply the same concept? Do you apply this same concept for everything in your life, or you are applying only for the God? At the time of your marriage also, you say that if I am destined to get married, I will get married. Why to put any effort? Or if at the time of getting a job also, you are saying that if I am supposed to get a job, I will get a job. Why to apply for a job? If it is God's wish, I will get a job. Okay. At the time of promotion also you say that if it is destined in my destiny to get promotion, I will get a promotion. Why to make any effort for promotion? If you are applying the same rule for everything else in your life, then I accept that even like attaining enlightenment or God is also part of destiny. But it should not be that for everything else you are a person of free will, and when it comes to like this God, you are a person of destiny. This is where the biggest difficulty comes with this concept of fate and destiny, that people, it is the concept of extreme surrender, total surrender. Okay. But the problem is that it is utilized by the laziest people in the world who doesn't want to do anything. That is the biggest trouble with this concept of fate. Okay. And they have their criteria where they want to be like, okay, it is in my fate to go through this, but in other areas of life it is not in their fate. For that they are very much about free will. Okay. So this is the biggest drawback of this concept of like fate, that people can get into this mode, this hypocrite mode, that on this point I will put all the effort, but on this point, oh, it is God's wish, right? Okay. So this is the thing. Finally, uh, another like Osho's part on this, that at the time of putting efforts, it should be free will. Okay. When I'm putting efforts, I should utilize my free will. And when the result comes, I should accept it as a destiny. Okay. What happens in actuality is reverse. At the time of putting efforts, people don't want to put effort. That is destiny. Okay. But when the result comes, they complain about the result. Okay. So if a person, final thing, if a person is really of destiny, he will like put efforts, whatever result come, he will accept it. He will not have any complaint. If and no result comes, he will accept that also. Because again, coming back to the same thing, he has no criteria for life. Okay. Even if crimes happen, that is also God's wish. Even if war happen, that is also of God's wish. This is that type of person. Okay. So this is why I said that largely we are people of free will. Okay. We all have criteria. We all have criteria that this thing should happen, this thing should not happen. Okay. So this is why like we should exhaust free will, and once free will is exhausted, ego is exhausted, we automatically come to this point, the fate. Yeah, when Buddha and Mahavira also exhausted their ego, they came into this path of surrender, complete surrender. Okay. Any question? Priya, you messaged something. Can you narrate, state?
Um, just the way that I understand destiny is like no matter what you do, you cannot avoid it. So, like, we never know, I guess, because even if like we put all the efforts and then it doesn't happen, we don't even know if we really put like all the efforts, or we could have done something different that could have changed the outcome. So for me, destiny, it means something that cannot be changed. Like whatever you do, you cannot avoid it. So I guess no one knows, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't.
So that is the main thing. It cannot be avoided. It cannot be known also. Because the moment you come to know, the effort is that to like change it. The intention automatically becomes to change it. How I can change it? Okay. So this is like a very important point. In one of preaching, Osho says that it is unknowable. Destiny is something which is unknowable. You cannot know it. And he gives this example. Suppose X person is destined to die next morning. And if he comes to know about it, then this night cannot be the same. Right? This night will not be the same night which he had gone through if he had not come to know about it. Okay? He will at least think in his mind that how I can avoid my death. Okay? So what you are saying, that putting effort and like a person is putting lot of effort and not getting the result, and he is thinking whether like I'm putting enough effort or not. Who is thinking? Mercury is thinking, right? Mercury is thinking. So and this is where like it is like his Mercury is his free will is working, that if I put more effort I can get the result. He is still in this mode, he hasn't come here. Okay, that is the main thing. Like whomsoever is this person, and most of us are these people only. Okay, as I said, 99.99%. Rarely you will find a person who is completely of like destiny, whatever happens. Okay, his it is very like easy to accept destiny concept when things are in your favor. Once things go against you and then you are told to accept the destiny, then fine. Then see how people react. So this is the main thing, that this destiny concept is total surrender. So if a person is still thinking, if I put more effort, I will get better results, then he has not exhausted his free will or ego as yet, and he is yet to reach this part. Any other question?
Yeah, Swamiji, I had a question. So you mentioned how like if you want to do something, like that initial like spark is the free will part, right? And then after that, like destiny takes over, right? But Swamiji, like my main question is like, so when this thing happens, right, whatever it is that is destined for you, so doesn't that mean that destiny's foundation is your free will?
I will say that I will put it like this: free will is nothing but the ignorance of the destiny. You got it?
Okay, so even then, like it is destiny at work. Is that what you're
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, it is destiny at work, but we don't know what is destiny. So we feel, from our point of view, we are putting effort as per the free will. Okay. But the main thing is that same thing, like unknowability of like destiny. Okay. So in that scenario, we are left with only one option: live our free will consciously. Okay, we can go through the free will unconsciously also. Like I said, I can have like brakes not functioning in my vehicle. I may not use my like helmet or seat belt. That is my free will expressed unconsciously. Okay, at least I should utilize my free will consciously. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the only thing which is in the human's hand, to become conscious. Okay. Like all these like discussions we had in the groups around the current transit and all, we are saying like, okay, we avoid arguments with the people, avoid conflicts with the people and all. And there are many conflicts, there are many arguments which we can avoid. We can simply remain silent at many moments, and we can avoid many unpleasant circumstances in our life.
Okay.
Okay. So this is it. Yeah, Sonali, how are you?
Swamiji, can we also say something like karma is why we are put in a certain situation or circumstance. Our free will is our reaction to that situation or circumstance, and that is what is leading to the build-up of our destiny.
Okay. This is where we have to go a little deep in like reincarnation philosophy. Okay. Let's discuss that. Any other question on fate and free will anyone has before we go into this?
Just want to clarify that basically what you're saying, if I understand correctly, is that you believe in both. Because if we are to do our best in every situation, it means that our actions do have an effect on the outcome.
Yeah.
So it means that there's no death, because destiny is something that you cannot avoid. But then there's other situations where we feel like no matter what we do, we always like end up there. And so I guess you're saying both are true, free will and destiny, they're both true.
Again, I will say again, if I put it like this, 10 years ago, no one said to me that like I was supposed to become an astrologer. 10 years ago, like in 2013, I started learning. I don't think any astrologer told me till 2012, 13 that I will become an astrologer. Okay. At least someone should have predicted, at least unless and until I predicted for myself. Okay. So this is what I'm trying to say. Destiny, where we get into or we get stuck into arguments again and again, or discussion, not arguments, sorry, and discussions again and again, is that it is unknowable. Okay, so you are saying that someone is putting efforts and he's reaching a block point. Okay, maybe reaching that block point is part of his destiny. We don't know. You are getting it.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Right. So this is like again like difficult thing to understand. Maybe that person is putting his effort in wrong direction. That's why he is reaching the block point, and universe is trying to tell him that okay, fine, change your direction, change your efforts direction, and you may have better results in some other direction. Universe is in a way trying to save him from like all the efforts and disappointments. Okay. Now coming to like what Sonal was asking about why we go through like difficult circumstances or life events.
But Babaji, like I had one question.
Mm.
Yeah, so if you feel like you want to do something,
Mhm.
doesn't that mean that destiny is like putting that thought in your head?
If you can surrender that thought to the destiny at that point. Okay.
Mm,
Like we say that everything is done by God.
yeah.
Okay. So, but just let me know how many people take actions in their life on daily basis with this conscious thought that this action is done by God.
Mm,
Right?
yeah.
We say, for saying sake, we say that everything is done by God. And then we take all actions as per our egoistic desires. We don't take any action because of God's desires.
Mm,
Okay.
okay.
So I may have this desire of making a lot of money in my life. Okay, I'm just giving like very random example. Nothing wrong in making money, first of all. But let's say if someone is like super greedy and all, and he has lots of like desire to make money time and again, one after the other, and he's not stopping somewhere. He can also think that this is the desire given by the God and all. But why only this desire? Okay, can't you do anything else with your time? You have already got enough money. Okay, can't you like utilize this knowledge of yours of course desire for something else? Okay,
Mhm.
this is where like the again it goes back to the gunas sattva rajas and tamas. Unless and until he exhausts his rajasic desires, rajas desires, he is not going to go into sattva. Okay, so again I accept that everything is destined or predestined, but the main thing is that we don't know what is it is that that is predestined. In that absence of knowledge of destiny, whatever is left is free will, and what we can do is to live our free will consciously. Okay, if this person goes into conscious mode, then he may realize that I already have enough money, not only for me, maybe for my next few generations also. Why I need to run after money again? If he just becomes conscious for one moment, right? And if he gets into this thought, even this thought is given by the same God now, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
so this is what I'm trying to say. Our job is just to become conscious, nothing else.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
and utilize our free will in a conscious manner. That's it. Okay, let's come to that like this question. Okay, as we discussed few times before, like with every life we create a pattern of our life. So like we are coming from animals incarnation, and then we take like human life. First few lives can be like very like animalistic kind of, not animal life but animalistic, like we may have animalistic desires in those lives, and in those times we may like do some like negative activities like crimes and all. Best example I can bring is like if you search for this case in UK, James Bulger. It was very infamous case in UK in 1990s. Okay, a 3-year-old kid was kidnapped and killed, and who killed him? Two 8-year-old kids. Okay, two 8-year-old kid. Obviously, they didn't know what they are doing. Okay, so James Bulger and these two kids have created a certain karma while going through this event. Okay, and this is the pattern of this life. In next life, they will, in some other incarnation, they will again meet. These three people will again come in front of each other. Obviously, when there is a difficult karma between them from past life, they cannot come in front of each other in a pleasant scenario. Okay. In the next life also, the scenario will be difficult among them. They will be in some sort of relationship or friendship or connection, which is very difficult, which is very toxic kind of. Now, in that toxic relationship or friendship or any connection, how anyone utilizes this time? Okay, in this next life, if these three people again get into conflict with each other, they again start fighting and beating each other, then they lost the opportunity which universe provided them. Or if they became better, and how to like evolve from this difficult connection between us. With as I always say, with every experience of life, we can become better or better. So if they can become better in the next life through again dealing with each other, they utilize the opportunity. Otherwise, no problem. Universe can give another opportunity. Next life, again, these three people will come together in another scenario. in another like association, and again they have to deal with it. If they again don't utilize, let's have another rule. Okay, so this will continue till they all evolve. Okay, suppose in one of life one of them evolved. Okay, like of these two kids, one kid evolved. Okay, he somehow like did better activities in one of these lives. Suppose in this third life he did one of the better activity, so he resolved this karma with this person. Now his path will be different. He will go in some other life, in some other to live out some other karma towards some other people, and these two people will still be engaged with each other. Okay, suppose James Bulger also like forgives this person. Okay, fine, whatever happened happened. Okay, in this life, now this one person will be left. He will meet such people who has similar karma. Okay, similar karma with similar as to him. Okay, similar to him. Then he will like resolve his karma. Life is paradoxical. Okay, understand. Universe is paradoxical. We get into events with the people to learn the opposite lesson. Okay, if someone is trying to like irritate you day in and day out, maybe they are supposed to teach you lesson of patience. Okay, that's it. So that's why we go through this karma. Again, a question can arise: what if someone is like committing a crime, and are we supposed to like face that crime? No, we are not supposed to face that crime. Just like he is God's incarnation, you are also God's incarnation. You are supposed to defend yourself. Okay, by defending yourself, you are also defending God within you. Okay, so that is also there. Like we are not supposed to be abused, manipulated, and all. That is where we have to respect. We have to have some self-respect, and we have to defend ourselves. But when it comes to like resolving the karmas between two people, and still you can evolve, you can still behave in a better way and evolve yourself, fine, utilize the opportunity. And does it help, Sonal?
Yes, Swamiji. What I was also trying to say and understand from what you've explained is, uh, so are we also trying to say that our free will can also determine our destiny? Like you said, in the next birth, if those children, if they met again in some other form and they use their free will correctly and didn't react or respond to a similar situation the way they did in their previous birth of their previous life, then it determines a different path in their
Right.
destiny.
Right. Uh, Understand it like this. This is also like very popular concept that people say that we are suffering from because of our past life karma. Okay, this is like also very popular. I'm suffering in this life, or I'm whatever, like I'm gaining or suffering, I'm like prospering or suffering. Okay, so because I did something in my past life. Okay, great, agreed. Then what about past life? Because of the past life before that, go on, like go on as long as you can, as far as you can go. There has to be first life. If you are going into this past life mode, there has to be one first life, right? Agree?
Yes, yes, Swamiji.
So in that life, at least you utilize your free will. There was no past life karma before that.
Correct. So you break the chain. So free will is where you.
Right. So if you can utilize your free will, then why can't you utilize free will now?
Correct.
Okay. So this is the thing, that go on. Okay, people say I'm suffering from past life karma and all. Okay, fine. It cannot be that there is only one past life. Let's move back. How far back you can go? There has to be a first life. Why did you suffer in that life? There was no past life before that. Why did you suffer? Because you put some actions. That means you put those actions because of your free will. If you can utilize your free will, then why can't you utilize in this life?
Correct, you're right, Swamiji. And that's the reason why the question came up, because very often people just play the blame game with destiny, that
Hmm.
this was destined or this was in my destiny.
Hmm.
But very often we forget that free will is also very important and crucial.
Right. At the level we are, free will is all only there. Okay, we don't know destiny. We are at Arjun's level. We are not at Krishna's level. Okay, all we have in our hand is to fight the war consciously. That's it. Okay, nothing else.
Yes, thank you, Swamiji.
All right. Any other question, concern? Anyone has?
Um, it is almost like whatever you said for the past 1 hour is multiplied by 0 when I'm asking this question because I'm back to square one. So, when we say, mm, like in majority of your articles, you always end up saying that you personally believe that it is all destined,
Hmm.
right? But when we talk of planetary placements, and when we talk of how we can use them in a rajasic way and in a sattvic way, and try to avoid going into the tamas mode. So when we are choosing, aren't we
Hmm.
making use of the free will?
Right. Okay. Uh, Osho was asked this same question by someone that you talk so much about destiny, that and everything is destined, everything is done by God and all that. That uh, if people start following you, people will become lazy. Okay. Osho says that no one will become lazy or no one will become hardworking because what I am saying many things. Okay. I have said like thousands of the things. What have you started doing? Okay. From many years, I am telling you people to start meditating. Have you started meditating? Okay. So it is not that because of me saying anything that it is going to happen. Now understand, coming to like your question, is that when we say that okay, these are the gunas and we are supposed to utilize this either rajas or sattva, we should move away from tamas. Only that person will understand who is on the borderline of tamas and rajas. Okay, only that person will be able to understand. Okay, only that person, he was always on the borderline, on the doorstep. He just needed a push, and maybe my article or consultation or teaching session provided that push. If not my session, someone else session would have provided.
That means it had to happen.
Right. Okay.
So
Like
if
yeah.
no, you complete.
Yeah. So there is this story of like Buddhism where Buddha got enlightened and all these like gods came to Buddha to like
Mm,
share what he has
mm,
experienced. He first refused. Okay. He said that even if I try to explain, first of all, it cannot be explained, the experience. Even if I try my level best, even then people who are not supposed to understand, they will never understand, or who are supposed to understand, they will anyways understand. No need for explanation. Then why should I speak? He was the logic given was to him was that there must be some people right in between. who there can be a huge population here who are not going to understand. There can be little population here who are anyways going to understand, but there may be some population, some people right in between who need some help, so who need some logic or articulation and all, which will make them understand. So speak for them.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. So after doing a behavior repeatedly for the first 20 years of my life, if one fine day I realize, no, this is not what I want to do, and I want to move away from this, that means I was supposed to realize this only after doing the same mistake for 20 years?
Sorry, come again. I didn't get the last part.
I was saying that if suppose there is you say we take this birth with certain set of um, habits and karmas which are coming from the previous lives,
Hmm.
and when we are living in an unconscious mode, we live in what we are carrying through with us from the past life.
Hmm.
So I was saying that uh, if I take my personal example, if I am going through the same type of situations over and over in the first 20-25 years of my life, and then one fine day I decide, no, this is not what I want to do, and this is not how I want to live, and I decide that now I will work on it. So that means that it was supposed to happen then only. That is
Right.
why the thought came into my mind at
Right.
that time after doing that repeatedly over the first
Right.
25 years.
Right. It is just that exhaustion of energy. You exhausted that energy after 20-25 years of living in this unconscious mode, and something is spark after like 25 years, and okay, fine, I should change my direction of life.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
So I could not have done anything different. Like,
No, that is again ego coming in between, the free will. Okay, ego part.
mm,
Oh, if I had done this before,
mm,
and then I would have like, right?
yeah, so that means there is no point of regretting anything because
No,
things
nothing.
happened the way they had to happen.
The Osho says that anything that is happening is supposed to happen. That's why it is happening. Okay, that's why it is happening. The biggest problem with human is that we are not ready to accept that whatever is happening is supposed to happen. Okay, even Einstein is dying with this regret that I created atom bomb. Einstein is also not ready to give any credit to God, that God wanted this atom bomb to be created, or nuclear energy to be discovered.
Mm. Okay.
Okay, so this is where human ego again comes, and this is where I again and again say that whenever you have this thought that if I had done this or if I had done that, just reflect back. You wanted to do many things in your life. How many things you could have done? You ended up in doing. Okay, how many things? We all wanted to do many things in our life. Okay, but we could not do more than what was anyways destined to happen. What in one of the preaching, the person who gave me the sannyas, the Swami Purnanand Bharti, he said that it happens in one of the rarest cases in your life that event you are planning and event anyways destined to happen linked together. Okay, you are planning to buy a house, and even like destiny also said that okay, let's give this person a house. Because they got aligned together, you feel that your planning got manifested. Okay, the ego gives this logic that okay, you are so great that you made such a great plan and it happened. Well, in all these moments, just reflect back that you made 1,000 other plans. in your life which didn't happen. This one time happened,
Hmm.
right? Because it was anyways bound to happen.
But that we can know only in retrospect, right? It was bound to happen. It was not supposed to happen. It is
That
only when we have lived that part of the life that we
right.
can see.
That is what I'm saying. Destiny we can only know in the hindsight. We
So there is
cannot
no
know that.
there's no point of feeling sorry for whatever you did or asking for forgiveness. Whatever had to happen happened.
But learn from it. If you think that something wrong has happened, okay, if you feel you have this criteria that this is wrong, this is right, this is good, this is bad, if you feel, okay, otherwise existentially there is nothing wrong. Existentially everything happens. Child also takes birth, child also dies. Peace marches also happen, wars marches also happen. Okay,
Okay.
right.
Swamiji,
Okay.
can we also correlate all this with, say, for instance, dashas in somebody's mahadashas in somebody's chart? If we had to correlate it astrologically, then could we say, like for instance, when we say somebody is in a Rahu dasha, in a certain, and a certain house is impacted very strongly. So at that time there are certain things which will play out in a certain manner. And that's the reason why we also then tell somebody to be a little mindful about how you act in those areas of your life.
Right. So dashas and transits bring those circumstances or situations which are helpful in our further evolution if we utilize them correctly. All these situations in life we go through as per our dasha and transit and all, they bring circumstances. They bring circumstances and situations where like the opportunity is presented in front of you. Okay, opportunity is presented. Now how you utilize the opportunity is again comes back to the free will and conscious free
Correct. Okay.
will. Right. Ria, any further question? You are very silent now.
I'm just trying to process everything.
Okay, fine. Anyways, so my point of view is this only, everything is destined. I accept it, but we don't know what is destined. So we are left with only free will, and our within our power is this much only that we should utilize our free will consciously. Otherwise, unconscious use also can happen. Like in this Mars in Cancer transit, I can go and shout and yell at people. That is unconscious. Okay. And I can also do all these sessions and keep myself fully busy. That is more conscious utilization of this Mars transit. Okay. That is only in our hand. Okay. To go through life consciously. That's it. Samta, any question?
From my end.
Okay, Nitish.
Yeah, Swamji, I had a question actually. And like this example that Arshidi like she gave, like for 20 years, you don't end up like knowing what you're supposed to do, and then eventually, like after 20 years, you figure it out. But I want to ask you this though, like, the idea for us is basically to get moksha, right? So why does like the universe like delay this for like 20 years, like not knowing anything? Like ideally, like we should just be, because there
I
are
was
other things to
thinking
do
of
as well.
I was thinking of asking you exact same thing next. Like
Yeah.
why do we when we see the charts and when we see that somebody is born with say exalted Jupiter, say exalted Mercury, good moon. So do we infer that this person has probably worked a lot on himself in the past life, and he's probably come out wiser and is carrying those wisdom elements in this particular lifetime, which will help him, say, from the very beginning of the life, while the other person probably has to work hard in this life, go through those circumstances that will instill the wisdom in this life because he has not earned the wisdom in the past life. So, is that how we understand the kind of placements we get in our chart?
Okay. Again, like as we went through like Guna's related session and all, and there I said that lots of children can take birth with the same chart within the same minute, so they all will have the same chart. We cannot decide as per the chart. Okay, we decide as per the Gunas and as per the choices they make. Okay, even as a child. Okay, like even as a child, someone can be a very giving child. Okay, like it is very rare to find, but you can find some children who are very ready to share. Okay, with other children. And normally, like other children are more clinging towards whatever they have, but like there can be some one child among 10 who is ready to share with others. Okay, so that is like more sattvic quality rather than like clinging, which is more like tamasic quality. So it goes back to like gunas thing. Okay. Why universe is making it hard for you to be like enlightened or moksha by giving you troubles? Universe has no fun in doing it. We want to go through it. Okay. It is just a merry-go-round. We are going through a merry-go-round. We want to go through some experiences in life. Okay. It is our choice. You can be enlightened in this moment only. Okay. I can be enlightened in this moment only if I wish to, but we don't wish to. That is the biggest problem. We don't wish to, we want to go through like some experiences. And those experiences can be good or bad and all. Merry-go-round, it is like going to a movie. Now, not necessarily you want to go to a like only romantic movie. You would like to go for a horror movie also. You would like to go for a thriller movie also. You would like to go through a suspense movie also. So these experiences we collect in all the movies we go through in all different lives. And once we get tired of all the movies, then automatically we want to come out of this merry-go-round. Okay. It is necessary, understand it like this. If I just come back to the original question, which when it Nitish asked, is that to utilize the value of something, it is necessary that you should lose it once.
Yeah.
Got it?
Mhm.
Suppose I have like this 1 million rupees in my bank account. There is none, but let's suppose, okay. I may not value it that much until the point I come to know that my account is hacked. Okay, I may realize the value of that thing at that point. Okay, you may realize the value of moksha or enlightenment only when you go through this journey of the rough circumstances, and then you reach there. Then you attain that. Then you realize the value of it. If every person sitting under a tree becomes the Buddhahood will have no value.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Swamiji, like, so this to use the 20 years example, like, so RCD, like, she spent 20 years just to realize the value, like 20 years was to realize the value of that. So she had to spend like 20 years without getting whatever she
Yeah.
wanted, just to realize
Yeah.
the value of that. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. It is not like the same for everyone. Like universe indications are always there. The moment we become like aware of those indications or omens that okay, fine, universe is trying to tell me something or teach me something.
Okay.
That again. Let me give you another example. Like this example, I read many years back when I was just starting to flirt with spirituality. Okay. Suppose a person went to Disneyland for first time in his life. Okay. First time, like he entered into Disneyland. What will happen? He will have drama time. Okay, he will enjoy. He will have like enjoy lots of rides and games and all that. And by the night time when he has to come out of the Disneyland, he will feel that I wish there had been more time. Okay, I wish I had like enjoyed more rides and more games and all. Okay, now after some time he started going to Disneyland every week. Okay, so for first 2 3 times he will again like enjoy. He will like try rides couple of times, multiple times, and then there will be a time where he will be bored of those rides. And then there will be a time when he is told to again go into Disneyland, and he will simply enter and he will look at the exit door. Where is the exit door? This is our story of coming into this Disneyland time and again. Okay. The person who is more on a spiritual path is this person who has gone through this Disneyland rides many a times, and these rides don't attract him anymore. He has just entered into Disneyland. He's looking for exit door as soon as possible. Does it help?
Yeah, and like so Swamiji, so this means that like Siddhartha, like Buddha, like Siddhartha born as like a prince, that's like Disneyland every day, right? Kind of.
Yeah, that is what I said. Like, and that is what Osho says. I want humanity to live with such luxury that people get bored out of wealth.
Mm.
Okay, I have so many rides. Enjoy Disneyland as much as possible so that you get bored out of it. Then automatically exit door opens.
So basically, like this says that spirituality is only for rich people, kind of.
Yeah,
Mm.
rich in all aspects of life.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what Osho adds. I am all for richness in all its dimensions. People miss that part. Okay. When he says that I am rich man's guru, he says that I am all for richness in all its dimensions. So not only like your bank account, bank balance, but richness within you also. Who is a rich person? One who can give away his money. Then that person is only rich person, right?
Yeah.
One who is not clinging towards his money, that person is rich person.
Mm.
Osho says that you own only that thing which you can give away. Okay. So this is another way of like understanding the soul journey of the soul in different incarnations, different bodies. And then when Disneyland is not much attractive, then soul automatically seeks the exit point. Okay. So our job is to go through all the rides multiple times consciously. Then fine. Okay, I had enough. That's it.
I have a question.
Hmm.
So when somebody we'll assume that somebody is destined to know about what he's supposed to do in this life, and that is why that person will contact you for getting a guidance or a career consultation. Then you will
Okay.
tell that
Sorry,
person.
just a second, I missed it. Come again.
I was saying that somebody is destined to know his right life path and what he's supposed to do. The time has come for him to know what he's supposed to do. And that is why he'll get a consultation from you, an overall consultation or a career consultation, and you'll guide him as per his planetary placements as what he can do to get the best happiness and wealth in this life. Right? So he was destined to know, and that is why
Right.
he contacted you.
Right. Right.
You give him guidance as to your ability.
Right.
Now this person, uh, like he may follow your advice, he may not follow your advice.
Right.
So how do we get this? Like he was destined to know, and yet he was not destined to get the results of it if he does not follow.
Universe again provided an opportunity to him that okay, this is your path. We are giving you the guidance. Now it's your wish. Universe never interferes in your free will. Okay. Because understand, even if you are given enlightenment with force, it will be a biggest prison. Even if you are sitting in prison out of your choice, that will be freedom. Okay.
Okay,
If you want,
okay.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, go on.
If you want, if I'm giving him consultation, then okay, at least the person cannot say I was not guided properly. Okay, at least this excuse, this narrow lane is taken back. Okay, now universe has given him all the choices. Now it's your free will to decide. Okay, so this is the this should be the way. Okay, so the enlightenment or spiritual liberation and all, that is also should be his choice. He should not be forced. Otherwise, cases like Jiddu Krishnamurti.
Okay.
You were saying something. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, I got my answer.
Okay, great. Okay, like that is why if I just explain this Krishnamurti comment is that he was made ready to become a world teacher. Okay, he was like he got such great teachers, Annie Besant, Lead Beater, and all. They made him ready. They prepared him to become a world teacher. Now the biggest problem is that you cannot prepare someone for becoming a world teacher. That's why such resentment within J. Krishnamurti towards the gurus, because he was forced into it. Any further question?
Yeah, Swamiji, I had one question I wanted to ask you. You said how like the universe doesn't actually like make it hard, right, for us, but it's just us, kind of something like that.
Doesn't make it hard means?
As in, like, no, the main question I wanted to ask you was like, so we take all these births, right? So why, like, okay, we learned something in this birth, and then in the next birth, like, I don't even remember what I learned in my last birth. So, like, why is it that way? Because only then, like, can we progress easily, right? Because if I remember what mistake I made in my last birth, then I won't, like,
Okay.
like that.
Because we go through like different scenarios in life. One life is not about only one lesson. There can be thousands of events in our past life. Okay. So suppose I remember all my past lives and you remember all your past lives, and we both come to know that either I harmed you in some way in your past life or you harmed me in some way in one of past life. It will be very difficult for both of us to start in this life with a blank slate, right?
Yeah.
So because we should start all over again with a blank slate, this facility is given by the existence that you don't remember your past life, so that you don't meet someone with prejudiced mind that this person harmed me. Okay. So that you can accept the person as is.
Okay. No, but
Okay.
okay, fine. You harmed me in my last life. And then if I know that you are like a harmful kind of a person, then I can stay away from you, right?
Yes, that's what the opportunity is not coming. The James Bulger is supposed to go through the karma with those two people.
Mm.
If you James Bulger knows, and if these two people know, how they will come in front of each other.
But Swamiji, like if they know that they made the mistake, then like ideally, like I guess what happened was these kids were like all unsupervised, right? So if there was like an adult and then they like
Just an example, just
Yeah.
just understand it like
yeah,
this.
yeah.
If I have some karma towards my father, and
Mhm.
if he knows his past life and he is avoiding me, and I know my past life, I am avoiding him, then how that karma will be exhausted?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we need to exhaust that karma, right?
Mm. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other curiosity? Any other Mercury? I said we all are Mercury people, right?
Yeah, but Swamiji, like when you actually started the whole Mercury Moon thing, I had one question. And so you said Moon is introverted, Mercury is extroverted, right? And Mercury is free will and Moon is destiny. But have you noticed like how like most of I guess the most of the inventions and things that have changed our world, like it's all by like introverted people, right? Uh, Facebook was made by Mark Zuckerberg. He's introverted. I don't know, like there are so many examples, right? Like these nerds rule the world, right? Kind of.
Mhm.
So I don't know, I thought it was funny because introvert doing Mercury type of things and that free will area. It's not a question or anything, it's just like an observation. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
Right.
I don't know. It is very difficult to like understand from the chart if the person is like introvert or extrovert, or
Mhm.
even from the news we get. Okay, like we don't know Zuckerberg personally, right?
Yeah.
We rely on whatever information we get through news. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and that can be like misleading in many cases.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone may be
I
on my website and read 2000 plus articles, and he may feel I'm a very extrovert person, but maybe I'm not.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, Parushi.
I was saying that I also had a like doubt in this part of the lecture, like when you said that moon represents the introverted thing and Mercury represents the extroverted thing. Because if you remember, when I was doing the research on a Saturn moon thing, so
Hmm.
I had written a line also in there, like a good placed moon. Moon is the society you live in. So a good placed moon makes you more extroverted, like you feel like going out and mingling with the people. And an introverted moon, oh sorry, a badly placed moon or a debilitated moon makes you more introverted and you don't feel like going out. Moon is basically the society around you.
Hmm.
So you saying Mercury represents extroversion and moon represents introversion was a little contradictory.
Right. Moon, as I put it, like it is your receptive energy. Okay, and like as we know, like Moon receives the energy of every planet, so it is more and like planet which is about receiving things rather than expressing things. Okay, so when like in science like Gemini and other like communicative science, a person becomes extrovert. There also it is receiving the energy of that particular sign, right? Moon in Gemini, Leo, let's say. So it is like it may become an extrovert person, but here also moon is just receiving the energy. Okay.
Okay.
So in this matter, like moon represents fate because person of fate just receives. He never like complains about anything. A thought, Mercury, the thought, a thought never comes into the mind of this person that something else can be possible. Okay. That is why like a person of like destiny or fate, he will not entertain this thought which like we were talking about, that if I had put a little more effort, then the result would be have been different. This thought itself will not come. Whatever is there, he is just receiving it. That is why I related it with moon receptiveness. Okay. Mercury is aggressiveness. Mercury is like, okay, the analytical nature of Mercury, analysis. Okay, this is right, this is wrong, this is this should be there, this should not be there. Okay, this analysis is going on in the mind. And does it help now?
Mm.
Oh, please, thank you. Okay, fine. Any further question, Ria?
Yeah. So I just have a question. Like, let's say two people met romantically and it didn't work out, and one person, like, they know that they didn't heal their trauma, so they reacted defensively. Basically, they didn't do their best to make it work, and they have regrets. And so, which statement is correct? Statement A is, well, we're all supposed to do the best we can, so you could have saved the relationship. Or B, if it didn't work out, it means that no matter what you would have done, the relationship was not meant to be. So which statement is correct? Like, because there's many instances where, like, people never get over someone, or because they feel like there's unfinished karma, or unfinished business, however you want to call it. So which one is true? Like, regardless if we're a Mercury type or moon type, like, which one is the truth?
Give me the options again, 1 and 2.
Yeah, so the first statement is if like, this person has regrets, so like, you could have saved the relationship. Or
Okay,
statement,
if I had done further, if I had adjusted further, relationship would have got saved.
yeah, or if I did the healing work and I didn't react this way, I could have saved it. Or statement B, it's true that you could have done the healing work, but whatever you would have done, it could have not saved the relationship because it was not meant to be. So which one is it?
This person is more in the fate. This person is more in free will. The first reaction is of free will, because this person is still feeling that if I had done something, then things would have been better. Okay, this person is still feeling that there is still karma left in the relationship with this person, first person. Second person, he has like exhausted his free will. He has exhausted his ego. No matter what I have done, I would have been in the same situation. Okay, so this person is not, he has exhausted the karma.
Yeah, those are the two perspectives, but which one is correct? That's the part that's confusing to me. Which one?
Again, it depends on the person. If the person is of fate, this one is correct. Okay, whatever reaction is natural for them. Okay, a free will person should not talk about this language, that even if I had done something, it won't have worked, because that is not his nature. Okay.
Yeah,
If
but which? Mhm.
yes, just a second. If he really feels that if he had done something more that would have saved the relationship, he should try. Go out, try again, make it work. Try as long as you don't get exhausted and reach the here.
But sometimes it's not possible to try and try and try again, like with the same person.
Then accept the second part.
Okay.
Then it is like then we have to accept it. Whatever is it is there. Okay. But the person is feeling that if this thought is still there, that if I had done this XYZ activity more, then relationship would have got saved. First advice would be to try, unless the other person is no more. Okay, that is another thing altogether.
Okay.
Okay. This person will have this regret and he will come back to to resolve this karma in the next life. Okay. Yeah. Any further questions? Yeah, Arushi.
Nothing. Thank you.
Great.
We could say that this person keeps thinking about it, not because there's unfinished karma, but maybe because they're delusional and they should just get over it. The world would say, like a non-spiritual person would say that, like it's over, get over it, right? So which, like, we don't know which one is true. Like maybe there is really unfinished karma, or maybe this person is just like not letting go when they should be letting go. So how do we
Again,
know which one
right.
is the truth?
I will rely on the first one, that there is unfinished karma. That's why the person is still thinking. If the karma is finished, the person may not even like to entertain a thought about the same person. Okay. Again, by giving an advice by a spiritual person, no one is going to stop thinking about anyone. Okay. The spiritual person can go on giving the advices, and these people will go on thinking about the person. If there is a karma.
All right, thanks.
Right. Any further comment, question?
So Swamji, like I wanted to ask, like, so if you have these options 1 and 2, like I guess it's better for you to like as soon as possible get to option 2, something like that.
For that, first one has to be exhausted. We cannot enforce it upon ourselves. We cannot fake it. That is the main problem. If the person is still in this mode that I want to be this person, or this relationship can work out, let me try again, they cannot force themselves into the second mode that okay, and no matter, then it is like kind of putting a mask over you, and that mask cannot stay for long. If opportunity again comes, these two people again meet, the desires will again be there right in front of them.
But Swamiji, like with certain personalities, like these people, like they want to keep doing it again and again and again. They will never get to point 2, right?
Give me an example.
Like, yeah, I have one example from college. Like, so 4 years of college, like I knew this one guy in another class. Like, he was after this girl, and he tried like the entire 4 years, but they never got together. That I know that. So it's like 4 years of just, just I don't know, pointless kind of thing. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that some people are very like, persuasive. I mean, they just keep try again and again. Like,
Was he only like in his mind, or he actually put some effort?
yeah, he put effort like again and again.
Okay, and what is the situation now? Does he still want to be with the person?
I don't know. Right now, I don't know, but I know that 4 years, like he tried, but nothing happened.
So that is what, if the person is still thinking that if I put more efforts, things can work out, karma is still there.
So if you have that thought, then it's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 At least your karma is there with the person. Other person may have moved on. Other person may not be like even interested in thinking about you, but you are thinking about the person. That means at least your karma is still there. Okay.
So in this particular scenario, how does thing work? How do the things work out? Like if one is on stage one, the other has moved to stage two, then
Mm.
I was just thinking like once I had read an article by Annie Besant on thought forms. So that article was coming to my mind right now. So like one who's on stage one and still thinking and still thinking about the other person and is projecting thought forms, but the other person has moved on and the other person does not want to do anything to do with this person now. So is there a kind of barrier that is built around the other person and he does not receive those thought forms and those thought forms do not affect him anymore?
Yeah, he has exhausted his energy.
So
So
how
he
will the first one exhaust the karma without the availability of the second one?
Mm, they either like exhaust directly with the person accepting the situation that okay, we cannot be together, and this is the situation, we have to accept it, or
Sing the song Lut Gaye Hum Teri Mohabbat.
sorry.
Nothing. The song was coming to my mind. कि लुट गए हम तेरी मोहब्बत में just keep singing that song.
So the person has to accept it internally. Okay, he has to go through the process internally in this sense, because we cannot say okay, find another person of the same nature, which is impossible. No two people can like at any point be the same. Okay, so that is not possible. This person has moved on, now this person is left. Either like uh, have a face to face like communication with this person, and whatever is like the approach, like communicate with the person and like uh, let karma run through that communication, okay, and accept it, well this is the situation. Or this is extrovert way, or go internally within yourself, introvert within yourself, and accept this is not going to work out, and okay, fine, make peace with it. Okay, through whatever way, either like through like any spiritual pursuit, or any crying, or any like going through a like depressive mindset and all, whatever.
Okay, but Swamiji, like Ria actually asked, like, if this person, like, who is at like stage one, is delusional, right? This person is, I mean, I think he's delusional, right?
Yeah, he can be, but even to get rid of that delusion, he has to put some effort. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
how he will face the reality.
Mm. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so even in this like second example, also the same thing. Like the person has to face the reality. What Arushi was saying, and I was responding. Either like this like face the person, face the situation, and have a proper discussion, and then move on, or find peace within yourself through whatever way, spiritual way or other ways. Find the peace within yourself. Okay,
Mhm.
right. Any further question?
But Swamiji, like, I wanted to ask you, so this is like a guy getting involved with a girl kind of situation. So there, like you said, you cannot exhaust your karma with another person, right? Or can you do that otherwise? The same, like,
No, no.
that,
In the
that,
same life we cannot. In the next life we can, because the memory is gone.
oh no, but then it becomes another person, right?
Yeah, but the karma will be the similar. Other person, like the
Same
example.
soul?
Just a second. The example
Yeah.
which I give is like I had some karma towards my father. He is passed away. Okay, thankfully I am here. Okay, I didn't pass away so far. So I don't accept that for like last 15, 16 years, he hasn't taken rebirth. Okay. So he might have taken rebirth and he might be exhausting the karma with some other people. Okay. So it is about the experience now, not about the person, the individual, the experience. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is what I'm saying.
Okay. No, yeah, I understand what you're saying, Swamiji. Like you said this in one of the other sessions also. So that was my question actually, because if it's just about the experience, then does it even matter like with whom like you exhaust your karma? Like you can.
Within same life, I think the same kind of like experience is difficult. You will be again be forcing yourself. Okay, like if I like a girl, suppose a girl A I like, and I have a relationship with her, somehow it didn't work out, and if I start projecting her in the B girl, okay, this is just a projection. Okay, it is not going to like work out for a long time. Okay. And sooner or later, I will realize this is a completely different person. That is a completely different person. Okay. But because in the next life, I will have no memory of this. Hey girl, I'm only left with the experience to go through. Now I can go through that experience with anyone.
Okay. So experience matters, not the person,
Right.
not the.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about like soulmates and all of that, like soul friends and things like that?
What about them?
No, is there any? No, actually, Swamiji, like the thing is, I kind of made friends with like some people like that I've met in the astrology group, and the connections were like very fast. And I realized, and we were talking, like I was talking to Alexis, I was talking to Gurleen, and then we were like, oh, are we like soul friends, kind of, you know? And
Yeah, it is like same interest which is making you connect with the person. Okay, that is what I see. When it comes to like soulmate or twin souls or twin flames and all, as we discussed, like they fascinating ideas. They look great when reality like of like twin flames or soulmate, it is like can be like very painful relationship actually. Okay, because it is difficult to separate them also. Okay, so they can be going through a rough time, but it is like difficult to separate, so that rough time continues. In a normal relationship, you may go through a breakup, but with this person, it may be very difficult to even break up. Okay, so that is what happens with this soulmate or twin souls. Huge karma. Okay, with each other, maybe from many lives altogether.
Okay. No, actually, Swamiji, like I wasn't talking like romantic, but more like, I don't know, like a strong connection to like a friend kind of a thing. So you said something to, and this is actually like Alexis told me this, that somebody in the session like asked you, like, you're so generous with your knowledge and things like that. And then you told him in a past life, you were probably generous to me with the same knowledge, something like that. You told him.
Yeah, it may be. It may be the case, but largely like this astrologically we can see from the same interest, okay, which connects people and all. That is what I see in at friendship level.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
people may be connected from past lives in the friendship mode only, and in this life again they come back to strengthen that friendship.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, should we close or any further question? Good job. Thank you. Take care. All the best.